Hey everyone, it's VM Campos Magic Fan. Welcome to another streaming Saturday. Time to play some Magic and do some other fun stuff, but first I need to fix my cameras here. Just one quick little thing here. This looks a little bit dark. No problem. We click a button or two and then it'll be better than ever, such as over here. What better yet over here? It's a little better. Okay. So here's the amazing cam. Microphone seems okay. Desktop audio seems okay. Going over to the full screen cam. There's the full screen cam. You can see everything full screen. Real life desktop's a little bit messy right there. There's a special thing over here that I'm going to do a video about at some point. If you can maybe see that right there. You don't know what it is. But there's a video about that coming at some point, perhaps. Then we've got the web browser cam. Switch over here. Web browser cam. There's a web browser cam in case we need to go there and look at some cool stuff online and the such as the brand new characters like Tivit, Seller of Secrets. Then we've got the card cam. Card cam over here, kind of bright. Might fix that in a bit. Yeah, we can fix it now. Card cam. So we're gonna do a. I don't have any Dominaria United cards yet. They're not, unless you went to a pre-release, which I didn't. We don't have cards of those just yet. So. So I have sets from I have cards from this old vintage set right here, and we'll open them up at some point in the stream. But okay, I think I got my cam working there pretty well. So there's Aminatu, and this is a double masters pack. We'll open that up. We'll look. Actually, I'll set this up for the moment to remind me. Let's check the prices. Well, I'll get it ready for when we're ready, and we will see. I'll try not to peek at it, but that's double. We got a couple of double masters nowadays. Double masters 2. Click submit, but don't look. All right. So when I open the packs, we will then see what are the valuable ones to look out for, and then we'll see if I crack one. But then the main thing, of course, is some gameplay, and I'm going to be doing draft in a little while, but I need to do my daily rewards at the moment. Shout out to my MtG buddies that are online at the moment: Damit, Phantomu, Mr. Bevers, and MtG ASMR. Also, speaking of shout outs, let's do a shout out over here too to the recent subscribers to the channel. Gonna shout out some people to thank them for their recent sub to the channel. Here's my control panel. Here we go. So let's shout out Schwa88, recent subscriber. Thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Very much appreciate it. Then we'll also do a shout out to Dan for recently subscribing, and one more for the moment. There's a few more that we'll shout out in a bit, but one more. Dark Magician 09. These are the recent subscribers to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. So let's do a little bit of gameplay. We've got. I'm going to re-roll this to see if I get better odds, better rewards right here. And that is 20 black spells. Okay, so it stayed at 500. It didn't really progress from that. So, okay, let's do that. Oh, we got the Yargle Day going on. When Belzen Locke's lieutenant, Yarkul, grew too ambitious, the demon lord transformed him into a maggot. The frog that ate the maggot grew and grew until a voracious spirit burst from its body. Today we celebrate that spirit, everyone's pal Yargle. So that was the 9-3 legendary demon frog, horror frog, whatever it's called. And September 3rd, 9-3 in some calendars is Yargle Day. In other calendars were like 3-9. What day is that? This year Yargle is looking to broaden its horizons, to branch out and learn some new skills. That's the best way to learn, by eating, of course. Feed Yargle or one of its froggy brethren a choice morsel. The frog will gain all of its meal's abilities, delicious and educational. It doesn't even explain what this game mode is, but frog spells cost 2 less. And also, whenever a frog enters the battlefield under your control, you may sacrifice it. If you do, draw a card, and that frog gains all of the abilities. Whenever a frog enters the battlefield under your control, you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, draw a card, and that frog gains all the abilities of the sacrificed creature. That's some bad MTG grammar / rules text, isn't it? What do they mean by that? I know what they mean, but Wizards is so sticklers for their rules text that this doesn't. Whenever a frog enters the battlefield under your control, okay, so you just summoned Yargle, you may sacrifice a creature. Okay, there's the combination. That's how it's combining that. As soon as you summon that frog, it can then sacrifice another creature, and then the one that you summoned gets those abilities. Okay, well, let's play this mode, actually. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. There's only... Oh, there's a bunch of decks in different colors. Let's just... We've got Blargle, Blurgle, Gargle, Rargle, and Rargle. Funny. So we'll go with mono black, just so I can get my rewards. We might check out the other decks. But we'll give this a try right here in this brand new game mode, and we're versus the BIM. Alright, so I got the turn 1. I got a bunch of turn 1s, and then I got Yargle as well. Okay. And I go first. Okay, so we'll do the turn 1 haste attack. We'll do the turn 2 Archfiend, and then turn 3 Yargle. Passing on blue. Playing Blurgle. We're playing a Flash Frog, and it does a -1. Amazing. Alright, so Brog Befuddler, Frog Wizard, Flash when it enters -1. This is one of these junk cards that does nothing except for... Okay, so let's just attack with this, get some damage in, summon Yargle, sacrifice the Aether, what do you call it? So we'll say, yeah, sacrifice that creature. Then I draw a card, and that creature gets the Death Touch and the lifelink. So now I've got a 9-3 lifelink. Now they're running, of course, Infernal Grasp colors. But that's a +9 gain life. And your Barog Befuddler did its thing. Oh, and there's a Yargle right there. So we'll do a yay. Okay, so I'm gonna gain the life here. Even if they block with that, I gain a bunch of life. And I'll just re-summon Yargle, decline, and then summon a creature. Okay, that one doesn't count frogs. It only counts when you summon frogs. Alright, so that's something to keep in mind, right? So anyways... We got one of these alchemy cards. 10 damage. And that shade can be made pretty big. Okay, we have a death touch creature. Come on. Removal spell. Removal spell for the win. Yargle is cool, but a 9/3 with no trample is a thing. I'm checking my stream. It's really far behind, actually. Like at least 30 seconds, it feels like. Okay, no thing there. Okay, so can I kick this? I can kick this 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to kick it for 6. Whatever. Okay, let's attack with a bunch of things. This Berserker does the thing. They have card advantage. That is a 1/1 flyer, but with the ability of something. It's got the steal your stuff creature. Alright, so let's attack with this. And if they kill that, I get to draft something, hopefully a removal spell. Nope. Yeah, let's play that and cast that because that'll slowly kill them. Unless they have life gain. Looking at their graveyard. Uh-oh, do they have a return a thing from the graveyard? I got 35 life. Attack and steal something off the top. They'll play it, of course. They're gonna play a Yargle. My Yargle. Nope, they milled a Yargle, so all my 4 Yargles were there. They're gonna mimic that flyer. Fine. Yep, summon whatever else you want. Okay, so we got the 1/1 life link. I can't null priest yet. Threat of activation. There's that removal. My own spell. Alright, so you're gonna do a double steal first. So definitely that is a great card. Way back from the there's my other removal spell, amazing. And my other Ayara, not good. If I get my 6th mana, I can null priest kicker. There's another creature. Hey there, Steve, how are you doing? Just got home from the improv show. Cool, tell me all about it. And, oh, there we go. There's my 6th mana. So let's play this as a kicker. I don't even remember what it does as a kicker. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Yay! Let's bring back Yarkul. Do not remove, sacrifice 1 creature. Yeah, let's give that menace and lifelink. And card draw. Alright, so as long as they don't have removal there. Of course they're going to have removal. They're going to attack with 2 flyers, and that's going to be removal there. What do they steal? So there's a weird event going on where you play a bunch of weird cards. This is a free event, so that's good. And, freaking broken card there. Okay, not so bad. Although every time they play a black creature, Ayara is such a good card. Come on, Ayara, let me go like this and go like this. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Alright, so nothing good there. Draw a card off of that. They're stealing all my good stuff. Gassed. Just attack to get a bunch of life. They have way too much of an insurmountable wall. Death touch, yep. Sacrifice that imp for some reason. Nope, sacrifice itself. Gain 9 life. Trying to go professional. We are an improv spoofing the news called Breaking the News. It's pretty fun and clever, definitely. Such an annoying deck over here. Double thieves. And then, of course, they're stealing all of my good cards. I don't even know if I want to keep playing on this. They have too much lockdown. They're playing my own cards against me. And every time they cast a creature, they don't really go up or down. I need to get rid of that Ayara. That's what's holding me back at the moment. But they're going to keep off the top of my deck drawing my removal. There's another removal that they're going to use. Like that. Doesn't give me a chance to use my own removal. Now we got a flyer. Yeah, we're stuck right here. They're just stealing all of my good stuff off the top, and I have no way to get around that. So let's try that again. That is one of those, what you would call the mythic uncommons. And having double of them in the air with no removal, they have, if I don't pull removal off the top, they're guaranteed to take my own removal because they're gonna hit me with double steals that was going 6 cards deep into my library, so they were gonna get to my good cards before me, so that was a waste. Alright, as for this, ooh, I can actually play this for, how do you do this? So, like that, I guess. So clunky. Okay, so I got a 1/1 in the air, 2 mana chief. Well, I haven't seen any further people saying things on the Discord yet, but we might we should start to ask people. So right after, remind me when this match is over. I'll go right now into the Discord after this match is over, and then I'll start to see about what people want to do. I can't do. I know Gabe was asking Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. I can't do Monday. I have a family event, and so maybe some other time throughout the week. So I have all, how many Yargles are in the deck anyway? Because I've got 4 of them in my hand. That's so funny. I could cast that Yargle and sacrifice itself right away to... So if I pay 4 mana, I can get rid of that Lich. We got another Changeling. Ugh, God. See, this is what's so annoying about... So they have Changelings, which is every creature type. And then they force that in to this event, which is... Frog tribal. Obviously, there aren't a lot of frogs in Magic, so they'll use changelings. There's I guess on the various tiers of my annoyance, number 1 is slivers, and then number 2 is changeling. And so slivers are horrible because of how they get out of hand so easily, and then changelings are annoying because of how, you know, something like this about every sliver is a sliver. I mean, everything is a thing. Alright, so that probably will be cannot be blocked. Fine. Draw a card off of that. Have a blocker, have a flyer, have a lifelink. We'll probably play the cannot be blocked. But nope, they'll do a removal first. That is no longer unblockable. Slow opponent, you have nothing else to do. So now we got Menace here. Do we? Oh no, that wasn't. Yeah, okay, that's a mistake, right? Because this has Menace, and then has an ability, but is it giving it Menace? It's not giving it Menace. Let's read that again. Whenever a frog enters, you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, draw a card, and that frog gains all of the abilities of the sacrificed creature. Yeah, is this a mistake here? Why did Yargle not gain Menace? That's an ability, so why is it not gaining Menace? Weird. You're going to be productive throughout the day, as usual. Continuing your Python journey. It's so easy to definitely get sidetracked on things. If you haven't noticed, I haven't been too active on YouTube recently, and that's also kind of been getting me to the point of not doing new videos recently, so I know how easy it can be to lose track of things. Okay, let's play some other decks here. Let's play that Tiny Bones deck for a moment. I'm going to do drafting and such in a moment, but let's see if Mark and Gabe and more people show up, and then we'll play a little bit of that game mode. So a brand new set came out. And oh, I haven't seen people play Feather in a while. Haven't seen people play Feather in a while, but they're gonna have, of course, all of the course, they're gonna have all of the 1-mana spells. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask. We'll do that one moment. Let me first. Choose a non-land card. Get rid of all of their... And then they're like, I'm done. Okay, now I remember. So let's look at the Discord and... Well, see about reminding people. So switch over here. Go over to the card club right there. And magic. So we'll say, Gabe was saying sometime between the 4th and the 6th. Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, the 4th to the 6th. The 6th on a Tuesday. Gabe is saying Tuesday, so let's start to ask people on that at least. So we'll say, so let's see here. Check. So we'll say Magic players checking in. Anyone up for a game on Tuesday the 6th? So I'll mention Gabe again because he's the first one that brought it up. You're obviously live right there, so you can answer if you want. And then I'll have the other people that are Magic players get pinged. And then that doesn't do a double ping, does it? Because Gabe is categorized under Magic player. Plus, I also shouted him out. So, and then also we have Aiden, Crow Prime. Who's Crow Prime again? I see them on here. Don't have a note for them, so I don't remember who Crow Prime is. Kiki is there live all the time, but he's never actually in the server. And then there's Geo Lavos right there, so we'll see if he responds. Yeah, so we have you. Yeah, the delayed typing, exactly. I can see in my system back here how slow it is, but when I see it, I think it types it fast enough. But okay, we'll get back to the gameplay one moment. But here we're gonna do a crack a pack in a moment. But here's what I'm gonna do. Let's look at the visualizer. So I'm gonna open up a pack of Double Masters. This is not the new set. I don't have the new set yet. It just came out. This was the last set that came out, Double Masters. So here's the cards to be on the lookout for of big bucks. We have Imperial Seal, which is this card that has not been printed in like 25 years. 1 black mana, sorcery. Search your library for any card, shuffle your library, put it on top. You lose 2 life. Now it's a sorcery. So you can, of course, cheat it instantly with some cards, but normally you're playing this and then you get your card next turn. You could, of course, with black mana, you can very easily, if you've got 3 black mana, what you can do is pay 1 black mana to go search for whatever card you want, put it on top of your library, then play 2 black mana with blood oath, blood draw, whatever it's called, and then draw a card. So it would take you 3 mana to draw the card directly to your hand, which is exactly the same as just playing Grim Tutor. So I don't know if that's some big brain tech or not. But there's that one we're gonna be. It's not exactly. That's why it's so valuable. If I get that card out of that pack, that it's $113. It has not been printed in a long time. It's got a great powerful effect, and it's the newest printing. Then we have a reprint of Renin 6. Actually, I think I already have Renin 6 from the last time it was published, from the other set a year or two ago. So there's that. Cavern of Souls. Do I have Cavern of Souls? It's okay. When it enters the battlefield, choose a creature. So we will say goblins. Tap it, add colorless mana, or tap, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type, and that spell can't be countered. So if I tap it to make goblins, it can make my goblins uncounterable. And so it's $65. Here's the famous Dockside Extortionist. This card was getting so valuable, and it was relatively recent. Some of these other cards that have not been printed in decades, very valuable. But this one hasn't been printed like in 2 years, and it was getting very valuable, and finally they reprinted it. I think Mason has this in his deck. So it's a 2-mana goblin, and when it enters the battlefield, create X token, X treasures, where X is the number of artifacts and enchantments your opponents control. So everyone's playing mana rocks and soul rings and enchantments and all of that, so a person can easily pay 2 mana to then create like 8 mana. So that one was a very valuable card that is finally reprinted. Mana Vault, that's another old card, finally reprinted. 1 mana artifact. This does not untap during your untap step. You can untap it though if you pay 4 mana. At the beginning of your draw step, if Mana Vault is tapped, it deals 1 damage to you. So you tap it to make 3 mana. You pay 1 to bring it to the battlefield, and then you tap it to make 3, but it doesn't untap until you pay 4. So it's kind of giving you but taking mana, and that's another one that's been very valuable for a long time. Mana Drain, the best counter spell ever. Double blue, counter any spell. Then, at the beginning of your next main phase, add an amount of colorless mana equal to that spell's mana value. So you counter your opponent's amazing 10 mana spell, and you steal the 10 mana for yourself. You have to use it that turn, basically, but you counter their spell and you steal their mana. So that's brutal, and that's another very valuable card that does not have a lot of printings. Force of Negation, I have one of these when they printed it the last time. This is the second time that they ever print it. 3 mana. Jumping to the bottom. Counter target non-creature spell. If that spell is countered, exile it. So it counters non-creature spells, but wait, if it's not your turn, you may exile a blue card from your hand rather than pay this spell's mana cost. So you might have no mana at all, but then the opponent is about to play an amazing spell. Instead, you could sacrifice your own card from your hand and play this for free, and then also exile their card away forever. So one of the force cards that is very powerful because it can be played with 0 mana. Ooh, we got a response. I didn't hear the beep, but there it is. Might not be. Okay, well, let's see if... Oh, and then we got... okay, then Jeffy. What time he's saying. Yeah, I guess on Tuesday I'm available after 1. So I'm gonna say, for me, after 1 p.m. Yeah, it didn't beep for me, but okay, we caught it. I'm not gonna read all of these, but I'll look at a few of these. So, Kozilek, Butcher of Truth, it's a 12/12 creature for 10 mana. We have Phyrexian Altar. This is an amazingly powerful artifact that you can sacrifice your creatures to make mana. We have Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre, 11 mana for another 10/10. Allosaurus Shepherd, I have one of these from the previous set. Food Chain, that one's a classic. It's actually got one of the most violent arts I've ever seen, because if you look carefully, that Hydra is like tearing apart some poor creature. It's not like just some Hydra heads being cute. They're tearing apart some creature full of blood. Senses Divining Type, that card is a complete mistake. I think Mason has one of them. Smothering Tithe, I have like 3 of them back before their prices got insane. One that I got from opening packs, one when I bought the Brawl deck, and I bought 2 Brawl decks, and they were in there, so I got that. Bitter Blossom, everyone loves that card. Consecrated Sphinx, people love that. Crucible of Worlds, I have one of those. Concordant Crossroads, oh, Concordant Crossroads. I have one of those, but an old one from the 90s. Yeah, that's like $30 or $40 for that printing. And brand new printing. That one hasn't been printed in a long time. Let's actually check something here. Concordant. Yeah, that hasn't been printed in a long time. Back in Legends, 94. Chronicles, I've got the one from Chronicles in 95. And then it has not been printed. These are all digital versions. It has, oh, there was a secret layer. Huh. And so I guess it dropped down in price a little bit because there's a new printing. But yeah, I was surprised when I got back into Magic. I had like 3 of them. And then I sold 2, kept 1. But that card now is a reprint. Teferi's Protection, I think I have one of those from Strixhaven. Emrakul, there's a 15/15 creature, Seasoned Pyromancer, Damnation, City of Brass. I've got a few of those, but the old printings. It's a land that makes any color. Oh, these have gone up in price. Let's see the one that I have. I've got these ones from... Which one do I have? Chronicles. I've got the ones from Chronicles, like 2 or 3 of them. Chronicles, $18. Yeah, why is that not one of the more valuable ones as well? It's older. The original one is $447. Anyway, I got that one, that copy of it. Warrior's Oath, Liliana the Last Hope. I need that for my Liliana deck. It's not too expensive. Monastery Mentor, Green Sun Zenith. Ooh, Elenda. They reprinted Elenda. I've got one of those. Assassin's Trophy. I remember when that was so valuable. I had like 4 of them, but I sold 3 a while ago. Kalia, that's a good one. Mason has that one, I think. Divine Visitation, that's a good one. I've got one of those. I think I might have one of these Oracles. Bloom Tender. Dark Steel Plate, Panharmonicon. I have one of those. I have a Muldrotha. Thrumming Stone. That card's a mistake, and they reprinted it. Privileged Position. I think I've got one of those. Animar. Doesn't Mason have one of those? Supreme Verdict. Oh, Hydroid Crisis. Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh. Ah, that's the one that was printed in the Planeswalker decks? Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh. Oh no, that was in regular old Hour of Devastation. And a bunch of other ones. Blood Artist, New Art. Path to Exile. Yep, so a bunch of valuable cards that we will look at there. Hey Gabe, how are you doing? We were just looking at some cards. You haven't responded in the chat yet. You haven't responded in the club chat. We just sent out a message there. So we might be down for the 6th. You had said that maybe Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. And I think for myself, as Stevie has said yes. For the 6th, Tuesday, I think 2 of us are saying yes. Jeffy, aka Michael, might be doing it. He's asking what time. I'm saying after 1 o'clock. Geo saying might not be, but maybe we can convince him. So, yep, if you can, if your offer's still there, Gabe. So yeah, let's see about Tuesday at 1 o'clock-ish. Because definitely me, Stevie, maybe Jeffy, then you, and there we go. So check on the group there. All right, so we'll open the pack in a little bit, but let's play some games. Let's play a few more games. Actually, let me make myself a little drink. And Gabe, here's the thing. I know that you're a devotee of Ulamog. I have a pack and I haven't opened it yet. I'll open it in the stream. Maybe it might have an Ulamog because this set they reprinted Ulamog. So I haven't opened it yet. No tricks here. Haven't opened it yet. We'll open that on the stream later. But a brand new Ulamog got reprinted. Gonna make a little drink. BRB, and then we'll play a little games, and then let's make it epic here. We'll open the pack in a moment. Play some games. Open the packs, have a drink, and then we'll do magic stuff. So be right back. We are back. Got my drink over here. That's refreshing. Stay in school, kids. So let's get back to the game. And we'll play. Ooh, I got a prize here. Ooh, okay, so we got some more of these little orb things. Let's claim some orbs and then use those orbs in the mastery tree over here. So here's what I'm working towards. I'm trying to get this cool sleeve right here. Braids, Arisen Nightmare. So the character Braids. In the brand new set, there's so much tragedy going on. One of the oldest villains of Magic. Okay, Nicol Bolas is the big villain. But before Nicol Bolas, in the first sets of Magic, the first set, I think, there were the Phyrexians. These mechanical Borg-like characters that would complete you, that they would, you know, possess you and such. And so they haven't been in the Magic story in a long time. 10 years, 15 years or something. Nicol Bolas has been the big villain in the last several years. Well, spoiler alert, Nicol Bolas got defeated in War of the Spark. War of the Spark was back in 2018, so it's, now that I think about it, that was a while ago, and they've had a bunch of different planes and stuff, but just like short stories. And now they're starting another big story, which is the Phyrexians are back, and so a lot of the characters from the previous sets and generations are starting to get completed. They're starting to get possessed. Braids was a character that she was a character and then kind of a villain character, but people like her, and now apparently she's been completed. She's been possessed. But anyway, I'm trying to get that cool sleeve. So let's add one of the gems or whatever they're called, orbs, to get into that path. Next. So now I just need 2 more of those gems to get that sleeve. And then after that, then I'll probably go get the Rona sleeve. King Darian's okay. Shauna looks cool. Squee looks cool. So that's the plan right there. One thing you like about Magic is that they have a story for different creatures and such. So it keeps it expanding. It's definitely fascinating with a lot of creative people working on the story and adding to the lore. So while this game loads up, let me do another shout out over here. Shout out to El Jesus Like Ooh, who recently subscribed to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. And it was a recent sub, so shout out. Alright, so I'm playing the Tiny Bones deck. I'm playing this little skeleton deck. The point of it is to make my opponent discard cards, and then I will draw cards, and then of course here I strike with First Blood. Turn 1, wreck the opponent. Whoops. And then turn 1 they quit because that's way too powerful. Tiny Bones, big victory. Alright, let's go to the next opponent. We'll do a draft in a moment too. I think Mark's gonna show up too. He always enjoys the drafts. And thanks to both of you also being here at the moment, and we'll do a little bit of drafting in a little bit. Check out the brand new set. Brand new set. Ooh, Quasar. Let's see if they can make their Quasar account work. I mean, their Quasar deck work. It is a little bit tricky. It's a fun character to try to play, but it's can be a little tricky with its 4 mana and the like. As for myself, I'm just gonna set myself up here, making my little skeleton army. Alright, so I got a virus beetle. If I get 1 more mana. Alright, so they however I'm gonna wreck this person's life, unfortunately. But play that land, play a mana rock, attack with everything to give them a false sense of security, then play my beetle, which makes them discard, which then draws me a card. They're going to summon their commander next turn, and unfortunately I'm going to kill it. So if they don't rage quit after that, then they are a very strong opponent. Oh, they had a Xanathar. Very good card. Oops, they're going to kill my tiny bones. No problem, because I'll be able to summon it right away. Thusly. Next turn, I can play Raider's Wake. Nope, they're going to summon their commander. Not yet. They're going to wipe everything. Fine. Fine, opponent. Fine. Gonna play it the hard way, huh?
The mask is scary, but underneath, let's tidy up in there.
You want to play rough, opponent? Let's have you play rough.
Ugh, what a whiner.
Alright. Absolution, not good. That auto kills all my stuff. Not really. That's okay. That won't kill. That'll kill my augur. But it'll draw me a card.
Struggling? Good.
Actually, that absolution's going to be a big problem because they're just going to make... They're going to make a bunch of spirits. I need removal for that, definitely. I pay 4 mana to make spirits.
Ooh, sorry. Not really.
Another planeswalker.
The sweeter the victory. I'm the best ghost hunter in the business.
All I've left you is pain.
Well, they kept playing lots of removal, and then they top deck something amazing, so... GG. It's so funny to see my stats. The season just reset, and all my stats are low because all the stats reset. Like I have a 0% win rate with my Chase deck, and that one's always like 80%. I have 0% win rate on it just because I've only played it once and I lost once. My Oswald deck has 56%. 5-4. Yeah, the sound. The sound is really nice on all of the in the game. Alright, so here's... Let's see, we got a couple of ways to wreck the opponent pretty bad. I guess for efficiency, playing 2 things instead of 1 thing is better. got the shield. If I do 2 there. Play these 3 right here. Ugh. And then they're gonna top deck their land, of course. Nope, okay, that's good. So they're gonna go get their land, play it. They're not gonna sacrifice their dragon. They did, okay. Skeleton power. Thoughtseize. Alright, so they have enough for a bunch of good things. Getting more land. Alright, so they have an empty hand now. What does this thing do again? Ratadrabik of Urborg. Vigilance War 2. Other zombies have vigilance. Whenever another legendary dies, create a copy, except it's a 2/2. Okay, so if that 2/4 dies, then it comes back as a zombie. Now they have that thing there, which does the Maze of Ith effect. Fine. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. A little bit of an impasse. Fine. Amazing strategy right there. Thalia first strike. Ooh, I want that eventually. Is there enough good stuff in the graveyard? Nope. Oh, but we can actually do Tiny Bones' ability. Kapow! 10 damage somehow. Yawgmoth, sure. Yeah, don't look at my cat, it won't do anything. Attacking with a 3/3. Okay, let's give that a shot. Let's read this carefully. If a source and opponent would deal damage to you or permanent, prevent 1 damage. Fine, let's triple block that. That'll be enough damage. So how does that work? I'm sure there's some shenanigans that are about to happen. Guess you can sacrifice it again and still keep it alive. Exile that out of here. Fine. Do it one more time. I guess you got some amazing value there. so we'll see about recasting this. Draw a card off of that. Check what's in your hand. Yes, pay for that. Just watched a video on the clever way to win a game. Shallow grave, etc. Seems interesting. A lot of things in the battlefield to do cool stuff. I mean, yeah, a lot of stuff to make it come together. We got a shield dread. Okay. Well, this will be problematic. Let's see if we have anything good here. I don't even have enough mana for that yet. Fine. Sorry, Tiny Bones, you will... You had to fall so that I can... And then I can't pay for it. Amazing. Okay, well. Just getting a lot of bad luck on this. I think there's a way easier way to use Thassa's Oracle. That's sort of the... I think I've seen that you just need 2 cards for that. You're saying, oh, like 4 or 5 cards there. Definitely Demonic Consultation. Dark Ritual. Is that like all on turn 1? That would make sense on turn 1. If you're trying to do that. Demonic Consultation lets you mill your whole graveyard. If you don't have a card in your hand... If you don't have a card in your deck and you name a card, you'll mill yourself completely, but then you play Thassa's Oracle, and if you have an empty library, you win the game. So that's the big one. That's the big combo that I hear with that Thassa's Oracle strategy. The one that you have there is slightly different. Shallow Grave, I don't remember what that does. Timon Entomb, you go get a card, put it in the graveyard. Gemstone Caverns, yeah, I don't know. That seems like way too much effort. To my knowledge, it's only... I've seen that there's a combo with just 2 cards, Thassa's Oracle and Demonic Consultation. You have to have them both in hand, and then it works, but that's another way to do it. Alright, so this hand is pretty mean. Turn 1 Spirit, so that's a good card. That Demonic Consultation is a card printed way back in the 90s, and it back in the day wasn't worth anything, and then in more recent times it's been a little bit more valuable. Cosmos Elixir, that'll be annoying. They have blockers. So we're gonna have to use up our removal for making sure that they don't have that Cosmos Elixir doing its thing. But now I burned up all my removal and for Quasar. Well, nice. Those were some nice cards you had there. Alright, so we got the empty hand effect, and now they've got an empty hand there, but then they're gonna draw and discard. Oops. Oh, but then they gain a little life off of that. No problem. Alright, so we've got... bunch of damage coming at ya. Draw, then discard. And then a ghost form. Okay, that's worthless. Oh, so their own saga is helping me out. So they bottomed that. Okay. So... 4, 5, 6, 6, 7. Okay, so we'll do that bunch of damage there. Let them figure out the damage. 10 damage from Tiny Bones. Down to 2. Let's see if they play their cards. Will they keep that card? Yes, they will keep that card in hand. Alright, no problem. It's close. They're struggling to hold on. We got a Kraken. That will turn the tides. 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 mana. I can steal everything onto the graveyard. I should have left Tiny Bones die, and then I could have brought it directly back to my graveyard. Oh well. Fine, we'll just shock and awe. Actually, let's attack with everything and then bring everything back from the graveyard. This'll be epic. Oh, and then it comes back to life. Actually, can I steal? Oh no, that's a sorcery. If that was an instant, that would have been amazing, because then I would have stolen their command right out of the graveyard. But anyway, I'll steal everything else. And then they discard, and the Tormentor discards, and everything discards, and then the end of the game. I don't know what happened. And it makes a skeleton. And you make a blocker. 1 card left in hand. Do I have enough mana to just summon Tiny Bones and auto kill them? Nope, they're gonna do the gain life. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How much mana is that? I might have enough mana to kill them as soon as I summon Tiny Bones. Let's see. Yep. Exactly 10 damage. Amazing. I didn't even have to attack. Little tiny bones. That was amazing. I needed 1,000,000 mana to do it. So I had to pay 4 mana to summon Tiny Bones. They had no cards in hand because everyone loves to play their cards. Pay 6 mana. Each opponent with no cards in their hand loses 10 life. They had exactly 10 life. So I paid 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I paid 10 mana to deal 10 damage. They had exactly 10 life. I had stolen all those creatures previously. And that was a very interesting win. So thumbs up, thumbs down, everyone. Pretty good. Anyone still there? Took your naps already? So I'm gonna... my drink is empty, so I'm gonna fill up the drink one more time. Hopefully you all come back as well, and we'll keep playing. Right, so I've been streaming for about an hour. No one said anything. I don't know, I guess. Do I keep streaming? Is anyone still there? Should I keep playing or what? I'm not seeing any activity, talking, chatting. If there's no one there, I'll just go offline and play on my own. But the whole reason I do these streams is to try to hang out with all of you and chat and such. Don't really see much activity, so what's the point sometimes? And that's part of the reason why I recently haven't been streaming or doing many YouTube videos. I don't know, I just don't feel that I'm getting, you know, what's the nice way to say it? I feel I'm just not getting the attention, so what's the point of trying to be online if I don't really have too much activity going on? So yes, thank you, I appreciate that, but again, like, what's, don't want to compare myself with other people, but it's, you know, I appreciate you 2 or 3, sometimes 4 people stopping by, but looking at other people's channels where they've been doing it as long as me or longer, then they have lots of activity, and then I look my own channel here and I don't really see much activity, and then I hear I am rushing to go set myself up to do the streaming, but then there's not much activity, so these stream things really, I would say that it's more for the people, for all of you on the stream, than for me. But if people aren't around, then it's for no one, is it? So
Love your wardrobe. Let me pick your brain for a minute. Loneliness can hurt. Ugh, what a whiner. Our contract is voided.
All right, everyone. So if I get two... If I get two thumbs up from two different people in the chat, I'll continue the stream. If we don't get two thumbs up, I'll end the stream. So, not a high bar at all. Can two people at least give a thumbs up to keep the stream going? Let's switch decks over here. Let's play... I haven't played this bird deck in a little while. Zero thumbs up so far. Amazing. So even with the lag, that's disheartening. So we'll play a little bit more, but yep. So see if we get any thumbs up at all. Or a don't go, Shane, don't go. But this is the thing that I'm saying. So streaming for an hour and a half. Appreciate the activity that was there, but that's the thing about now what. So, okay, hopefully people... see if we get those two thumbs up. Alright everyone, well, thanks for coming to hang out for a little bit, but I guess things petered out, so see you next time.